What's up, guys? So, the rumored episode titles for House of the Dragon has leaked, and that could give out potential spoilers for what's to come. So, I'm about to report on the rumored episode titles. Once again, spoiler alert, we could have spoilers coming up. So, episode 1 was titled The Heirs of the Dragon. This episode was heavily focused on King Viserys' heir. King Viserys had a whole tournament about the birth of his son. Now, this was a prophesized son. Like, he had already seen a vision, had a dream, and knew he was having a son. And he was right. He had a son. Unfortunately, the son did not survive. So, King V already had his lined up heir, but unfortunately it didn't work out properly. So next we move on to Daemon Targaryen. Now, Daemon has always wanted to be heir. He wanted this position for a very long time. He was hoping, well, I'm not going to put words in Daemon's mouth, but I'm sure he was praying that King V's wife never had a son. If she never has a son, then he could technically be next up if King Viserys decides to name him. So he was happy when his nephew died. Isn't that wild? Like, my boy was in the brothel. Like, shout out to the heir for a day. Like, golly. And then he had the nerve to say, well, we grieve differently, bro. That was rough. You are cheering that your nephew died. So Daemon was in the runnings for heir. So that leads further into the title, The Heirs of the Dragon. So we just talked about King Viserys' son. Then we talked about Daemon. Now let's move on to Corlys Velaryon. So next we have Corlys Velaryon. Now Corlys, he's being a little slick, a little sly. Corlys wants his wife to be heir. His wife, Rhaenys, aka the queen who never was, he feels like she should be next up. Like, hey, you don't have a son. Your brother's too reckless. The next best step would be my wife. And King Viserys was kind of like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that either. Finally, we have my girl, Rhaenyra. She was named heir to the throne by King Viserys. Even though she may have been named out of guilt, I think he felt a little bad because her mom died. So I think he sees that she has queen-like tendencies, but I think he also feels like he owes her one. So that episode ends with Princess Rhaenyra being named the heir. So episode 1, once again, was titled The Heirs of the Dragon. And now we see why. There was several different people vying for the spot of heir to King Viserys. All right, now on to the leaks or potential spoilers, possible rumors. Episode 2 is titled The Rogue Prince. To me, with the way that episode 1 ends, seems like it's Daemon doing Daemon things. He's probably out doing what he wants, saying what he wants. Therefore, the title is The Rogue Prince. Now, episode 3 is titled Second of His Name. I'm not even going to speculate. I don't know what that episode is going to be about, so I'm not even going to speculate on it. Episode 4, on the other hand, is named King of the Narrow Sea. So I have a theory. My theory is this episode is going to be about Daemon and possibly Corlys working some things out. Anytime I see anything dealing with the sea, I'm thinking Corlys Velaryon, but I think this is going to have some Daemon in it as well. Episode 5 is called We Light the Way. This is another episode I'm not really going to speculate on. I'm not sure what that title means or what it could be about, so I'm not even going to try to dig deep on that one. Now, episode 6 is titled The Princess and the Queen. So here, I think, is where we're going to start seeing a little tension, maybe a little friction between the princess at the time, which is Rhaenyra, and maybe, possibly, a newly crowned queen, maybe her best friend, maybe Alicent. I don't know, but that's what I'm going with. Episode 7 is labeled Driftmark. We might get a little bit more details about the Velaryons with that one. Episode 8, Lord of the Tides. Once again, I think we're either going to get some more details on the Valyrians and also maybe even Daemon. So that's episode 8. Episode 9 is called The Green Council. So, spoiler alert, once again, in the books, Alicent and her crew, they're going to be named the Greens. So I think this is where we're going to see her establishing a council to try to fight for the throne. And then episode 10, the finale, it's called The Black Queen. So this episode is where I think we may finally get Rhaenyra crowned as the queen. Mind you, I don't think this thing is going to go over so easy because we're going to have Alicent thinking that her or maybe possibly her family has some rights to the throne since she's potentially the wife of King Viserys. But then you got Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra was clearly named heir to the throne. So those are the 10 leaked episode titles. Once again, it's rumored, not confirmed. We won't know until these episodes start rolling out. I've seen a couple scoopers like throw this list out here, so I'm not 100% sure, but everything seems on point to me. So that's all I have today. Follow, subscribe, leave some comments, and we're gonna go from there. Peace out, guys.